Hello everybody and welcome back to All the Mod 6. Today we get busy with pressurizing our pressure chamber because this is the last step we need before we make creative items. I hope you enjoy. So today we are going to work on finishing this notice board. Now, as you can see, there's only 2 items left, meaning this is the second last episode. So next episode will be making creative items. But today we're going to be working on making a pneumatic craft pressure chamber, which is needed to be able to make these creative items. So if we look up creative essence, we need, of course, a pressure chamber. And we're going to need all these items. Now, we're very close to having enough antimatter. Now, if I just show you over here, I've upgraded the mechanism system. Yes, I have made the max tier fusion reactor because it was taking days. Like, since we set this up, the smaller version, it's been about a week since probably then, and we only managed to make like 16 antimatter. That is nothing. So I went ahead and made this 18 by 18 one, and I have tons of fuel rods inside. As you can see, we have a 2 by 2 inside and in a pattern of 9 of them. And this thing is 16 tall on the inside. Is it 16? Yeah, 16 tall on the inside. So 16 by 2. I'm not bothered in the maths. But now this thing is producing 300 millibuckets of waste every time. And that waste is now being pumped over here, creating polonium. And we're making so much polonium that this pipe is actually full slightly. I think this pipe gets de-chunk loaded, even though everything is chunk loaded here, which is weird. But this thing is running at 15 million RF because this system right here is producing about 17 million RF. Because this thing is now producing so much heat that I had to put on all of these fluid imports. As you can see, like, this one's full of water, so that means it hasn't tapped that. This one's empty, so it's drained all the water out of these. This guy hasn't been touched, and this guy is empty. So you can see 2 sets of these water things have been used up. We still could burn a little bit higher, like maybe 400. Like the max it can go is 540. We could go to 350 if we wanted to, but then we were running into using up too much fluid, and our fuel system here, we have no uranium left. We're relying on the seeds that we're growing. I actually have 2 plots of them growing, and it's still not enough. This guy, on the other hand, I have added 3 inputs on, and he now is running at a burn rate of 10, which we used to have 6 because it was using too much water. But now it stabilized to this much. I had to add a ton of sinks onto this thing because it was just using up so much water. But he's now producing about 400 or nearly 500,000 RF. Each one of these guys are running at 4.2, and our total input is 17.695 million FE. And we are only using about, I think, 16 maximum. Yeah, maximum about 16. So this guy here is using 15, and everything else is running off of, like, let me just show you here. I believe it's the import. It'd be the flux plug. Yes, so this is how much power we're actually using. It jumps up to 16.3 or 4. So, plenty of power. So, this thing actually ran out of power for some reason. But, whatever. It's running fine. No damage. This thing is actually stable. So, it's been running for a while. And actually, I forgot to show you. Antimatter, we have 46 of it. We need 48 to be able to make creative items. So, we only need 2 more. So, that video will be coming out quite soon. And we'll be doing a world tour after the final episode's up, which will probably be coming out towards the end of the week. And then we'll be starting next week with our new series. So of course, to get started with pneumatic craft, first we need a location to put it. And I was thinking of doing it upstairs in the back corner over there, near this thing. So if we can set up like a redstone system here for automating the power or the pressure that it's generating, probably do that. Turn off my magnet because this thing is absorbing all the gravel into my inventory. And I have been also trying to get more Fae, because we do need Fae for, of course, the creative essence. Not that, it's FAE, isn't it? Yeah. I need at least 6 of it. Because I need 1 for creative item, or creative essence. And we're not going to bother making the other things, because we're not going to use them. So the only thing we need is the Everlasting Guilty Pool, which is infinite mana, and we need 6 of them. So, and of course, we're going to need 6 Fey Essence, and I've got 4. I managed to get like 2 Fey to spawn, and I have been grinding out my spells like crazy. Like, that's why I'm up at 50,000 now. I've been just casting spells like non-stop. But that's not what we're doing. We'll focus on getting this probably in the next episode. But what we need actually is to make, of course, a pressure chamber. Now, if we make a pressure chamber, we're going to need compressed iron. Now, compressed iron is made by using iron with an explosion, so that's TNT. We don't have enough to make a pressure chamber, so we're going to have to do the TNT method. So if we get ourselves some TNT, I should have some, yes. 1, grab a redstone torch, that'd be good enough. And we just grab ourselves a couple stacks of iron. And if we go to... where should we go to do this? Probably just out over here somewhere. It don't matter where we damage things. We might do it actually we can't place it in a tree. You know what? Actually, let's do it up here. Actually, no, that will just fall down into the ground, so that's not a good idea. Sure, screw it. We'll do it over here on the beach. There is something I've also been messing with for Mahou to Sky, which was something I wish I knew when we were doing the Mahou to Sky mod. I'll show you now in a second, but I think it's one of the best items ever. Boom. That makes all compressed iron. We do lose some, but that's nothing to worry about. If I grab myself a Staff of Explosive Mana Condensation. This is gotten by using a spell, but I made a crater over here. Now, I'll show you the other crater, which is under the water. It's kind of hard to see, but this thing explodes almost like a nuke. Look at the size of this hole. And I've done one here as well. There used to be a sand island here. Now it's a hole in the ground. But say if we come over here, we can see there's some mobs on the map here. So say there's mobs on the map, but I don't see them. But anyway, let's say we don't want this part of the island here anymore. So we just aim and we charge it up, which adds this gigantic beam. Makes it rain, and when the beam is full power, massive explosion, that bit of the hill is gone. Let's do it again. You got an achievement for this, which is actually a reference to Konosuba, which is like Batsuru. Is what they say when they're exploding stuff. But yeah, we've got a gigantic crater. There's those mobs we were looking for earlier. You know what? One more and we'll kill them. Our armor is so powerful that this thing does not even affect us. And we're fully charged. Goodbye. And they are gone. Amazing. One last thing before we start making this pressure chamber. This thing actually does have auto build. We were doing it wrong. Apparently they've updated it, and in here the auto utility, this means build, deconstruct, and repair. I believe this is repair, because that's what it looks like it means. But when I click like this, it says starting auto builder. So, like, it built the machine, and it still works. The other one will destroy it. Like, if we click that, auto builder, that's auto destructor. Okay, so 2 of these are building, so I don't know, but that's how you would build it. If you had all the items in your inventory, you right click on it, open that interface, and click build, and it should build it. I haven't tested it, but that's what I think it might be. If anyone knows if that works, then you can say it down in the comments so that you can help other people who might be trying to make this thing work. So, pressure chamber. Pressure chamber requires reinforced brick, which is actually new. I don't remember ever needing reinforced brick. Pressure chamber wall. Yeah, it is. Okay, that's new. Pressure chamber requires reinforced stone. Ah, okay, so I'll just put this in here, and I'll just make like 2 stacks, I'd say would be enough. Come in here, we'll make brick. There we go. Now we need a pressure chamber valve, which is chamber walls, which we actually need to make chamber walls, which are surrounded like this. Boom. Oh, we actually make about 4 stacks out of the 2 we made. Okay, so a valve. Of course, we need 2 of them. We're going to need a pressure chamber valve. Oh, but this is an interface. We're going to need some tubes, so we'll make a couple of tubes. I want to put some glass there as well, so let me just make another stack of this and turn it into glass. Because I want to make glass so we can see what's going on inside the block. There we go. We're going to need some air compressors. Now, we already have a bunch of stuff from this, so like Pneumatic craft. From the villages we've raided. So we actually already have a couple of these air compressors. I don't know what the difference, why these two aren't stacking, but sure. So we also have, yeah, that's actually everything we need. This is a dispenser upgrade. That's not what we need. We need security upgrades. Requires pressure chamber valves. We're going to need a couple of these. Security cameras, safety tube. We need probably a couple of them actually. What are we missing? More of these. Put them in there. We don't harm having a couple security upgrades. Because this will stop the machine from exploding. It can't fix the pipes, but it'll fix the air compressor and the actual air compressor, or the actual pressure chamber itself. The other thing we're going to need is a pressure gauge tube module, which will allow us to see the actual pressure inside the tube, and when it reaches a certain redstone signal, it will output that signal, indicating the compressors to turn on, and that way we can automate our system for powering a automated pressure system. Now we're also going to need an analog lever, which is from the mod Create, and we're also going to need a comparator. There we go. So come up into our factory here. So the pressure chamber, it says here, it can be built from 3x3 to a 4x4 to a 5x5. We'll probably build a 4x4. We don't need to go too large, because the larger you go, the harder it is to maintain the pressure. So if we just do a simple system like this, and we'll have glass in the front. So this is 3, and go up one more. There we go. So a simple 4x4. Probably didn't need this much pressure chamber stuff. But now we want to put a interface on probably the side right here. Actually, you know what? We'll put it on the top. No, I'm trying to figure out where to put it. We'll put it right here. So this will be input. And then on the other side, it will be output. I think I actually have to place it from the opposite side. So inside, put it here. And then, boom. So last but not least, we're going to need a valve, which I'm actually going to put right here. This should create the entire thing. And it did. So now you can see this one is closed. But we can configure this to only export crafted things. So that means anything we put in here will only export once it's turned into something else. And this now will input stuff. So what we can grab ourselves is a hopper. Probably should have grabbed this before. Put that on here so we can input stuff, and we actually need another chest, so it will automatically output stuff that we have created. Put that there, and now we have to power this thing. So if we of course get ourselves our pressure chamber valve things here, so if we do 1 2 3 compressors should actually be enough. I don't know why I made 5. Break this torch, connect all 3, and then plug them in like that. And now what we need to do is this guy right here. No, that's the wrong place. I need him to go on right here. There we go. So now we can shift right click. How do we increase the bars on this thing? I know there's a way you can set the pressure, or unless I'm thinking of something else. But I think we have to stick a comparator on it right here. So where it's outputting. And then if we grab some redstone. And put it here with an analog thing like that. And set it to a power of about 9. So I think, I don't know, maybe it has to be less. Because what will happen is this thing won't output redstone signal until it has reached a power of 9. I might need to rewatch how to do this, because I watched a video on how to set up automation for this. But I think you just put coal in there. We want to see how much coal, or how much pressure is built by one coal in each machine. So how much will this build? And just for security reasons, I'll put an extra security grate in these guys so the compressors won't explode. The only thing will explode ever is the pipe. And I need one more security upgrade, so I need... Oh, wait, what are we out of? Levers. So we'll just go ahead and put the security grade upgrade in here. So how much pressure are we in there? 0.11 bars. So this guy isn't outputting anything yet. Right. While this is building up pressure, I'm going to rewatch that video and see how we set up this thing. I know it's something to do with redstone behavior in here. Alright, so I've rewatched it, and it turns out this is correct, but each one of these things have to be put on low signal. So what happens is when it receives a redstone signal of any kind of level, like doesn't have to be low or not, so that means it works, and when it receives a high signal, which will be coming out of our transmitters and receivers, what we have here, it will then disable it because it's no longer running off a low signal redstone. As you can see at the top, it says enable on low signal. So if it has high signal, it will stop working. So what we need to do is, of course, put down a transmitter, which I think goes, nope. Of course, I always place this thing wrong. So redstone will go in here when it has an equivalence of power of 9. I think I'm actually dropped it back down to 8 just to be on the safe side. We can adjust it slightly better when it's actually produced, probably upwards near the 4 range. But now we just connect all 3 of these, connect them in, and this should be automated now. So now that it's automated, we can actually test it by making some compressed iron. Now compressed iron is going to need, let's see, over 2 bars of pressure. Right now we only have 0.6. So this is actually going to take a while to build up pressure. Now we could speed up a slight bit if we add another like air compressor. If we grab another air compressor and some tube and just grab 1 stack of coal and just stick it here, we'll break them when it gets up towards that point. But this is just to kickstart it so it goes up a little bit quicker. So the faster it builds up to this point, the faster this thing will then export the redstone signal, which will in turn turn these off, and it should regulate that. Like, this thing will lose pressure slowly over time and in between importing and exporting stuff. So we don't have to worry about it too much. This should keep it automated. And since we have the security upgrade, it should be fine. Oh, as you can see now, we actually have the air particles bouncing around in there, showing us that we're pretty much gaining a lot of pressure in here now. Alright, we have reached a pressure of 1.8. I've added 2 rats on top of this compressor here, just to speed up a slight bit. I've also added a charging station here, because I want to test out like the likes of a minigun and this vortex cannon. I'm not sure what a vortex cannon is. Shoots air vortices, harmless projectiles which propel entities, shear animals, and destroy plants and leaves. With careful timing, you can also fly yourself considerable distances, but beware of fall damage. Well, fall damage is not an issue to us. Okay, so now that we have that, we can slowly start inputting our iron. Now, I think this will only input once it has stopped inputting stuff, so we could actually remove that and then we'll start inputting it now. I need to be careful about this. I might take the rats off when it gets closer to probably about 3.5 near the 4 point, because hopefully with the setup it should just barely reach around here, which would be perfect for making creative essence. Thing is empty. It is now putting the iron inside, which as you can see here, it sounds like popcorn. It is now exported, so you can see a full stack of iron, and it's exporting the crafting material into this chest. We got a full stack of compressed iron. Perfect. So let's have a look at this minigun. So this requires a cannon barrel, which requires reinforced wall brick. So, okay. We have everything for it. Now we need ammo, and the ammo, please don't tell me the ammo is going to be difficult. Explosive, freezing, Regular minigun ammo. Okay, it's actually quite cheap. 1,000 out of 1,000. Craft a potion to the tip. Ooh, we could make explosive ones. Do I dare make explosive ones? Might not be a good idea if I don't want to destroy everything I have. This max pressure is on 3 now. Okay, just keep an eye on it. Let's start charging this. I think it charges in here. So we could add upgrades. What kind of upgrades can we add to a minigun? Minigun upgrade. That's using a drone. Okay, never mind. So we just have to leave this thing charged for a while because it's actually going to be quite slow without any speed upgrades. And we're not going to even go and bother trying to make speed upgrades because this requires lubricant. And lubricant can only be got through a Dramadon, which probably won't actually be that bad. No, we're not going to bother with it. The actual other way to get it is by using biodiesel from Immersive Engineering or regular diesel. And biodiesel actually isn't that bad. You just need vegetable oil and ethanol, and that just comes from seeds. And ethanol comes from potatoes. The other thing we want to look at was the vortex cannon. So if we just make this guy, and we take turns charging this guy. I'd say I might take him off when he's about half full, and we'll put this guy on. Out of curiosity, can this thing have unbreaking on it? It can. Does that mean it will be unbreakable? What I think I might do is take the rats off and put it on this thing. Will this thing make it go any quicker then? It doesn't even look like these bars are moving. Maybe we can put rats on it. Oh no, it is working. It's just super slow. It was working a little bit quicker when I had this on it. You're just burning a lot quicker though. Pressure drop back there a second. Alright, I'm taking the rats off. We don't need them on there anymore. I'll put you back over here. I was processing a lot of stuff over down here because we had a ton of ores after mining out that entire area where the mountain is. Alright, you have enough pressure in you. We'll start filling this guy up. So let's go ahead and make our ammo indestructible and see if that will make it infinite. I have 1 Stella left. Where is my smithing table? Here it is. I don't know why it was put away. It's probably put away because the villagers were attracted to it. So ammo becomes indestructible. Minigun has the ammo in. We have 1,000. Let's go test mobs now it's nighttime. Let's see what kind of damage this thing does. Okay, we have a creeper up here. Ooh, that sounds cool. Oh god. And the ammo is like unlimited. I'm trying to crouch to go down and it just keeps opening the inventory. You know what? Actually, it's not even that powerful. How many hearts is that even doing? Well, this guy's wearing armor, so it won't matter. This guy, so... Okay, it's about 2 hearts at a time. Okay, it's about a half full. These guys are still there. This guy still hasn't output the redstone signal yet. Oh, I know he has. Okay, I need to turn these 2 off now because we're not using them. Okay. So you are at that pressure there. So let's increase it to 9. Which should allow it to burn 1 more coal before it reaches here. And when it reaches here is when we need it to be. So we're on 8, 4.4. We're going to need at least 5, like if we look up essence. The creative essence needs a pressure of 4.9 to 5. So it's very specific of where it needs the pressure to be. We're at 4.48 right now, so hopefully it'll reach 4.9. See, it's outputted 1 more redstone signal, which should allow this thing to burn through the last bit of coal. Well, it's no longer nighttime anymore, but there is something we can... Wait, is the sun already going down? Wait, how was the sun already going down? It was literally just nighttime. Wait, what? You know why? Because that was not nighttime. That was a solar eclipse, wasn't it? That would make sense. Well, okay. Well, we have this thing here, which is called a purple hammock cloth, which is from the comfort mods. So what you need is 4 blocks apart and between some trees. We need some rope and nails, and you put them on each one of the tree, you right click it with the cloth, and it will place a hammock. And what this hammock allows you to do is sleep throughout the night, or sleep throughout the day, to turn it to night. So what it does is it turns it to evening, so you can see the sun is now setting, even though it was already going down. It was up around here, now it's here. So we can wait another couple of minutes and it'll be nighttime, and then we can go test out this vortex cannon. But, might as well... It says it breaks leaves. Oh god. That broke a lot more leaves than I thought. But it says if you time it correctly, you can fly. How does that work? Let's come out here and see if we can make ourselves fly. Is it not working because we have an angel ring? I'm not making myself being able to fly. Is there something else I'm supposed to do? I actually have no idea. Well, we'll re-equip this now. So, I can't fly for some reason. Rather we shoot a squid. Well then, this thing is useless. What about all the rats in the hole here? I mean, it breaks leaves off of trees. It's only a short distance, though. Okay, skeleton. Enderman. Okay, it pushed him. Like... Well, this thing is absolutely useless. Alright, so the power seems to have stopped at around 4.96. So that means we are no longer using up coal, because it's on a low signal one, meaning we're now inputting a high signal, because now this output of 9 is equal to our thing of 9 here from our analog lever. So that's all we need, because you can see it's right on the edge there. So once we have enough stuff to make the creative essence, we should be good to go. As you can see, creative essence requires 4.9, we're in 4.96, so we have plenty of pressure now to do our creative stuff. So I'm going to end it there. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget that like button if you did, and subscribe if you're new. And I do stream Minecraft and other games over on Twitch as well. Likes of probably Apex, Fortnite, some other maybe VR games. So if you're interested in any of that, go down to the link down in the description to my Twitch channel, and you can then hit that follow button so you'll get notified whenever I go live. So without further ado, I hope you enjoyed.